SoulFoxie back and welcome back to Blooming Nightshade. Now, I know that I've already actually recorded this, but since the fact that there was an error with the first recording, aka even though I started recording Blooming Nightshade, it recorded a background thing. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, so I have to run through this really quickly, okay? Yeah, let's go. Our character's name is Himeka Uchida. Class is over. I stretched out my arms, happy to be free of the classes for the day. The fall term had just started, but it was already tiresome. Getting out from my desk, I went over to talk to my friends. Kiyomi Ito. Hey Himeka, did you make sure to take enough notes today? This was Kiyomi Ito. She ran for the track team. She always seemed to feel cold, so she wore her school hoodie all the time. Yeah, that doesn't look like a hoodie, looks like a science coat to me. That's what I said. I did, but it was a really boring class. Izumi Kawano. Boring or not, it's always good to take notes. This other girl was Izumi Kawano. Even though she was only a second year, she was already captain of the volleyball team. All of her teammates looked up to her. Yeah, I'll be fine without notes. Don't be so sure. How will you study for tests without reading anything to read from? I'll just read the book. We left the classroom and ended up stopping in the dining hall to talk. Izumi started telling us about the big game that was coming up. Usually we only play games against a few teams from the nearest town, but this year we're getting a match with a team from the city. Find out which city? No, but it's probably close by. No other way we'd get a match. We probably were already planning on going into town then. I'm thinking that too. Izumi grinned at me. By the way, it's not too late for you to join the team. We could use someone as tall as you. I whined as soon as I realized what she had said. Izumi stopped bringing it up. As I said before, she's only like an inch taller than her. You know she doesn't like it when you point that out, Izumi. But it'd be a real help at volleyball. Are you sure you don't want to take advantage of it? I found it and slumped in my seat. Izumi shrugged it off, changing the topic. By the way, I've been hearing gossip about some of the first years dating. You two know anything about that? No, not really. I didn't hear about it. Voice crack. Only from the fact that I have to re-record this, and I was already recording for over 30 minutes beforehand. I didn't hear about it, but I'm not surprised. But yeah, and considering this is visual, now I'm doing nothing but talking and technically clicking, but that's beside the point. Maybe I should ask someone out. Also, don't worry if I butcher these names, or it's not my words. Was that meant to be a thought? No, wait, what did I say before? Or maybe I should ask someone out. Yeah, right. Was that meant to be a thought? I blushed as I realized what I said, raising my hands in front of me. Forget it. Kiyomi rubbed her chin and thought, I wonder what your type would be. I said forget it. But even after I finally got them to change topics, I felt embarrassed for the rest of the time I talked with them. Weekend. What should I do for the weekend? I already have saves of where we're gonna be when we end off here, but still. I'm gonna be spending time with Izumi, because I'm gonna be doing basically the same recording over again. So yeah. I decided to watch Izumi during volleyball practice despite her efforts to recruit me. Whenever they stopped for a break, I resisted. I waited outside the locker room after practice and Izumi came out looking fresh from the shower. She looks completely dry, and no one looks completely dry after a shower. Did I keep you waiting? No, not really. Her hair was still a bit wet. No, it looks exactly dry, even though it really shouldn't be. Her hair was still a bit wet, so it glistened. I caught myself staring and forced myself to look away. You look like you're literally looking into my fourth wall, and that creeps me out. Himeko. What's your name again? Izumi Kawano. So you still have no interest in knowing us? Yeah, Himeka. I was like combining her first name and last name. Well, technically her last name and first name, because they put their last names first when using conversation. I'm not sure, but whatever. No, I don't want to get that sweaty. Too bad, you'd probably be great if you gave it a shot. If I mess up badly enough, maybe you can even usurp me as team captain next year. This is the first instance, I said this in the previous recording, but this is the first instance when I was doing this that I saw this word ever. Yeah, so I had no clue, but I assume it's pronounced usurp. then I'm just gonna keep pronouncing it usurp until someone corrects me, or if I'm correct about that, or whatever. She smirked at me as if waiting for a response to her joke, but we were interrupted by two of Izumi's teammates who asked her a few questions after directing the girls on what to do. They left. You really put a lot of effort into helping your team. That comes with being captain. She said it with a big smile. I guess she was really amazing. Or really was amazing. Besides, a lot of the problems I'm asked to fix aren't too difficult on their own. If I couldn't help out my team with these things, they'd be better off with someone else in charge. Don't you ever get tired? Izumi considered that a moment. Sometimes, but it's nice to be looked up to. She gave me a nasty grin. Again, not fitting look for a not fitting thing. But I guess you know about that more than me. I whined. Again, not fitting look for a not fitting thing. Izumi. After talking for a little longer, I went back to my room. I wonder how Izumi became such a good team captain. Probably had experience in first year with being on the volleyball team. That's what I would guess. Week 2, 14 weeks left in the semester. I was heading back to my room after talking to a teacher when I spotted two first years standing in the hallway. At first I thought they were friends chatting in the hall, but one of them looked upset. Yeah, this girl has a strange eye. I'll just tell you already. This is Atsuko, and this is Nanami. Because I beat the game to the punch like that. The project is due this Friday. Are you sure you'll be ready on time, Atsuko? You're worrying too much, Nanami. I stepped closer, curious about what could go wrong, or what could be wrong. Is something wrong? The girl who was called Nanami jumped, holding her hands over her chest and blushing hard. She was so cute. Don't worry about us underclassmen. We're just figuring out a group project. The girl who was referred to as Atsuko nodded, but didn't say a word. She was wearing glasses, but it looked like one of her eyes was clouded over. Are you worried that there isn't enough time? I'm sure we have plenty of time, I'm just not sure I'm up to it. I'm a bit spoiled, so sometimes I don't realize how tough things are. Nanami was forcing a smile the whole time, even as she belittled herself. I wonder if she was really okay. Probably not. Let me know if you need help, okay? You're a senior after all. I wasn't sure why I offered. Was it because Nanami looked like she needed help? She seemed pretty okay with the offer though. Or to be okay with the offer though. Whatever. Again, mess up. Thank you. What's your name? Oh, I'm Himeka. Thank you, Himeka. I'll talk to you later. I have to get to my club meeting. Nanami left and I was alone with Atsuko. I noticed she seemed to be watching me. She had barely said anything since I got here. Was she just shy? Did your offer extend to me? She looked odd. I couldn't place why. Sure, I'll help you if you need anything. Atsuko looked away. She seemed to be considering something. Was she too shy to accept the offer? I guess it's not just a cute plush that can encourage you to help, huh? I only caught some of what she said, and it didn't make much sense. Did she think I didn't like her? I'll let you know if I need help. What? English? You guys saw what I read, and you can pause the video if you didn't. With that, Atsuko left. I felt a negative vibe coming from her. Maybe she's not shy, she's just not good with people. Weird. I thought she looked more the type who wanted to please others. Oh well, I have to remember to help those if they need anything. Weekend. By the way, I'll say this now, considering it's gonna go back to one of those choices. That these videos, this is gonna be like a speed through video, so it's probably gonna be less than 30 minutes. But these videos are typically gonna be around 30 minutes long. But since this is a speed through video, just going through what I did the first video, which was over 30 minutes long, I'm just redoing what I did in the first video that I have to re-record, and hopefully this time it doesn't corrupt again, because if it does, I'm gonna be so pissed. But yeah. So yeah, this is just a speed through video. It's probably gonna be like 20 or so minutes long. I'm not sure exactly. It's obviously not done yet, but still. So yeah, spend time with Natsuko. for Atsuko. First I was messing up Nanami's, now I'm messing up Atsuko's. I got a message from Atsuko saying she needed some help with her homework, so I went over to the library to meet her. It took me a few minutes to find her. I had searched most of the library when I noticed her sitting at a table in the corner of the room. When I approached her, she put her pen down and stared at me. It was hard to read her expression. It's literally the exact same expression, but I like her outfit. So you really had to come. Did you think I wouldn't come? Atsuko closed her eyes. I had a number of doubts. I sat down across from her. Why didn't she think I had come to help her? I wanted to ask her, but it felt weird to ask that. She opened her eyes and slid her assignment sheet toward me. I need help understanding these proofs. I took the sheet and started looking it over. Are you in Miss Fujioka's class? Or Miss Fujikawa's? No, Miss Fujioka's. I am. I looked over the questions, trying to remember how the geometric proofs went. Well, I don't remember all of this very well, but for this one I think you're supposed to use these theorems. I went over the assignment question by question and Atsuko nodded along, seeming to understand how everything worked once I explained it. After we finished the assignment, Atsuko took the sheet back and started filling in the answers. I'm surprised you were willing to sit through all of this again. Well, I did promise to help you out. Maybe I misjudged you. Huh? I didn't quite catch that. Atsuko shrugged. Nothing, just talking to myself. When I finished filling out the sheet, Atsuko put her things away. Am I allowed to ask you for help again? Of course, just let me know if you need anything. I'll keep that in mind. With that, Atsuko grabbed her bag and left. It took me only a moment to realize that the conversation was over. Not sure what I should do next, I got up and headed to my room. Atsuko seemed a bit odd. I don't know why I said realize in the middle of the sentence there, because I guess it's because the fact that realize was just below that word. Anyway, week 3, 13 weeks left in the semester. After doing some homework with Kiyomi, I ended up going to the dining hall alone to get some food. On the way, I heard someone playing a flute. I turned to see that the door to the music club's room was open. Curious as to who was practicing at this hour, I peeked inside. A girl that had the face of a middle schooler was sitting at the table, several wind instruments in front of her. She had the scarf of a third-year student, which surprised me. The girl heard me enter the room and she put down the flute to smile at me. Hey there, was I too loud? No, I was just curious. The girl stood up from her seat. My name is Kiku Moritani. I'm the president of this club. Kiku continued to smile at me. Are you interested in joining, perhaps? Sorry, but not really. That's a shame, but fair enough. What's your name? I'm Himeka. Maybe you'd like to come to a performance sometime, Himeka? There's no obligation, of course. Well, maybe. I've not been to anything like that. Come see me sometime, and I'll provide the times we play, or I could do a quick demonstration if you wish. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Kiku smiled, apparently sensing my curiosity. I look forward to seeing you again. I left Kiku in the club room and I heard her play the clarinet as I left. She sure was talented if she knew how to play all those instruments. Or if she knew all those instruments on the desk. Again, I can't speak English. Maybe going to see her play sometime was a good idea. Weekend, what should I do this weekend? Spend time with Kiku. I decided to go listen to the music club perform. Again, I'm trying to replicate what I did in the first video, guys, so that's why I'm like dead set on doing certain things. And also just to pique my curiosity and replicate the curiosity from the first video. But I am going to stop at a certain point because this is where I stopped in the first video. I decided to go listen to the music club perform. Unfortunately, I got the time wrong and missed most of their practice. Despite that, Kiku stayed behind after the meeting in order to play for me. You really don't have to. It's fine, Himeka. I'd have done the same. I'd have done more practice anyway. She took what looked like a guitar out of storage and sat down, picking up the strings and testing it. It didn't sound like any guitar I was familiar with, and it was yet another instrument Kiku could play. What is that? This is a Spanish guitar. You've never heard one before? She played a tune on the guitar, but it still didn't sound like something I knew. I suppose I have the honor of introducing you then. continuing to play. Kiku closed her eyes. She looked like she was in a trance, letting the music flow from her. As soon as the music stopped, however, she went back to looking like a kid in her big sister's clothes. She smiled at me. How was it? You're really cool when you played music. Don't embarrass me with flattery like that. Kiku grinned, playing with her hair. Anyway, that will probably be all for today. I need to make sure everything is in order before I go. I'll get out of your way then. Leaving the club room, I thought of the sight of Kiku in her trance. I might need to see her play again. Week 4, 12 weeks left in the semester. We had a day off from classes, as the entrance to the restricted building was removed and replaced with a wall. Yeah, I still don't understand why it was replaced with a wall, and how exactly, but okay. I ended up going to the library to read something while I waited for Kiyomi or Izumi to be free. Because of the day off, the library was crowded and I managed to get to a desk by myself, but just barely. It wasn't long before someone came to take the other seat at my table. May I have this seat? Sure. I looked up as I spoke and my breath caught in my throat. The girl taking a seat across from me was beautiful with her long straight hair and spotless face. If you think her hair is short, just take a slight glance right here at my mouse. Yeah. She looked as if a princess. I had to force myself to look away before she caught me staring. It looked like she was a third year, though I was afraid to check the color of her scarf. I don't see any scarf here. Unless you mean this thing, in which case it's blue. But the other ones have been different colors, and still third years. I've not seen you around. What's your name? I said it without thinking, and I got hot embarrassment, but the girl seemed okay with the question. Your name is Shiori Gato. What's yours? Himeka Uchida. The Hime, or princess part of my name, would have made more sense for Shiori. She smiled at me, and I felt my heart clench. Happy to meet you, Himeka. She went back to reading. I couldn't focus on my own book anymore, though after a few minutes of trying, I instead started up the conversation again. You're a third year, right? That is correct. Mind helping me with some of my homework if you have some time later? I was being a huge creep. I felt my cheeks burning up. She was going to turn me down so hard. I suppose I can try, though I wonder how much help I'd be. Thank you. How did I get so lucky despite being a creep? Let me know when you need help and I'll take a look. Hey, well, thank you so much. I pretended to go back to my book to hide my excitement. I just wish I'd had a better excuse to spend more time with Shiori. Would she be upset if she knew I only asked her for help because she was pretty? Yeah. As I said before, this game is basically like a lesbian simulator. Anyway, let's spend time with Shiori. I made my way to Shiori's room, worried that she might call me out for not actually needing help with my homework. When I got there, it took a moment before she responded to my knocks. Oh, hey, nice outfit. Sorry, I was in the middle of something. Oh, sorry, is this a bad time? It's fine, I have it paused now. Was it a movie or something? At any rate, she showed me in. As Shiori cleared her desk so we could work, I noticed what she had been in the middle of, a video game menu screen. A video game menu screen. I didn't realize that wording until now. I must have messed it up last time I read it. Was shown on her TV. Okay, you can put your book here. What is it you're having trouble with? Physics. I'm not the best at that either, but I'll try to help. She and I went through my homework for a few minutes, but she hadn't remembered much about the class. Eventually, it felt too awkward to keep going, so I tried to find something else to talk about. Did I interrupt something when I came in? Oh, the game? I was just saving IR4. It can wait. Saving what? So you play video games often? I'd say so, yes. The princess-like image of Shiori didn't really fit with the image of a gamer. Do you want to play something next time? Maybe. I needed some time to come to terms with the idea of Shiori being a gamer. We finished the problem we were on, and then I headed back to my room. I ended up confused when I tried to figure out Shiori. Anyway, week 5, 2 weeks, or 11 weeks left of the semester. Anyway, this is, after this section, this is where I left off. Izumi and I went to the library to get some homework done together. We both were falling behind on some assignments, so the library seemed like a good place to focus. I was tapping my pen on the table, trying to puzzle something out, when Izumi glanced up at something and frowned. I'll be right back. Huh? Where are you going? Watch my books. Huh? Okay. Izumi got up from her chair and walked over to a group of girls peeking around the shelf. After a moment, I recognized them as being some of Izumi's teammates. I tried to listen in while keeping an eye on Izumi's things, but it was hard to catch everything. Enough of that, I think you have better things to do. Don't let me catch you doing this again, okay? The girls walked away, looking a bit down. Izumi walked back to her seat. Where do we leave off? Wait, what? This is different. Guys, I swear this is different than before. Before, what happened is that Nanami, one of the other characters, came by and gave them cookies. I 100% swear. I swear. Whatever. I guess after I don't know, I guess after a month's time, anything could happen during these intermission periods. Where do we leave off? Let's see. Oh, here's Atsuko, I guess. Before I could answer, I heard someone approach us. I looked up to see Atsuko standing across from Izumi. Were those friends of yours? My teammates, sorry about that, it won't happen again. You're sure? Are they scared of you or something? Not quite that exactly, but they know better than to do it again. Thanks. Okay, so that was Atsuko. After that, Atsuko left. She hadn't even acknowledged me. Did she see that I was there? What happened? Don't worry about it. We need to finish these questions before the end of the week, so we need to get moving. Yeah, sure. So we left off with these. I was still a bit curious as to what had happened, but I guess it was for Izumi to deal with. Anyway, now we're at the weekend. But before, I swear, it was that Nanami came by, and they were like somewhere, I believe in the dining hall. And like Nanami came by and gave them cookies. I swear that's what happened before. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that'll be it for this video. I can't believe I had to re-record that. Hopefully it actually recorded the game footage this time and not some background footage. So yeah, I swear if I have to re-record this a second time, I'm gonna be so pissed. Because of the fact that it has to be unedited and I have to go through the whole game again. And it takes about an hour's worth. Anyway, I will see you later, Foxpack.